we'll get started. So thank you so much for doing this. We are here with pop country singer Jennafer Lynsey. So just to get started, you came from New York. So what got you into country music coming from New York City?
As odd, well, it was upstate New York, so it wasn't the city, but I got into it oddly by accident. So I had the opportunity to work with an artist development company in Nashville. I thought I was going to go to LA. I was so ready for it. And then I had the opportunity pop up, and it was something I couldn't pass up doing. So I went into Nashville, country world, and I was actually doing pop rock at the time and fell in love with country so much that I am now doing pop country instead.
Okay, so that's kind of how you fell into it. And speaking of the artist development deal, I know you got that at 17 years old, which is pretty young. So how did you receive that opportunity? And what was that like? Because I know you were traveling back and forth from New York and Nashville while still attending high school. So how did you get that opportunity? And did you feel like that was a lot of pressure on someone so young?
I got the opportunity. I was doing loads of gigs in Buffalo. I was just kind of working my little booty off there. And I ended up having some person that's kind of watching over my career. He ended up seeing my success and seeing how well I was doing, that he introduced me to Mike Kraske, who is a retired Sony executive, and he has an artist development company. And so they both looked at me. I sent them a video of me performing live. I sent them a bunch of demos that I did, and they were like, she has something here that we want to work with. Amazing. And so they made me come all the way here and work with them, and it was an incredible experience. Oddly, I wasn't too intimidated. I think the most intimidating part was the fact of writing with the famous songwriters and being like, am I going to be good enough?
Right.
You know? But I loved it because it was something that challenged me to be better than myself. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, I think I was more so excited. I was like, yes, let's do it. I'm ready to take on the world. So I loved it.
That's awesome. But what was that like managing high school at the same time?
My school was very good about it. They really believed in me. They treated me so well. I would have to say before that I'm about to leave for a week, because I left for a week each month.
Oh, wow.
And they would give me all of the information that I needed that I was going to miss so that I would be able to catch up and stay along with everybody else.
Very cool. That's awesome. What a great experience. And now that you're here and you're becoming successful in the pop country world, what would you say that your vision is for yourself as an artist?
I mean, honestly, I just want to be able to help people. I want to be able to heal them with my music. And I don't know, I like to say that I want to be able to take them out of the real world when they need a little break from it, but also help them through being in the real world as well, and through their problems or their joys even. You know, I want to be able to be there for people and be their best friend. And I want them to see me as someone that comforts them and is there for them, you know?
That's amazing. I love that. And who is your dream country artist that you would like to work with?
Ooh, probably Keith Urban.
Oh, good one. Yes.
Keith Urban.
I love that. And where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Hopefully playing stadiums, you know, selling them out, performing for people. I would love to I love performing and being able to affect people with my music, and the fact that I can sing and make people happy and give them a great time and a little escape. That's what makes me truly so happy. So I want to be able to perform for everybody and have, you know, the ability to
that you feel for music to them.
Yes, exactly.
I love that. That's amazing. So speaking of people and your love for them, what advice would you have for anyone who is upcoming in the music world, specifically country music?
I know for me, when I was in early high school, I thought to myself, like, I'm going to make it. I know I'm going to make it. But I would just sit in my room and play guitar and songwrite. I think the biggest advice that I had to learn that really changed my life is the fact that you have to get out there. You have to go to events. You have to songwrite with people. You have to not be afraid to go out and meet people and make the connections, because the whole way of making it is teamwork. You need people that want to support each other and help you. And so that's the biggest advice I would give, is the fact to just get out there and meet people and, you know, build your team.
And I know a lot of people, we got a little cat in the way too. I know a lot of people, the biggest thing for them though is knowing where to meet the people or where to go. So what advice do you have in that direction as well? How do you find places to play gigs, and where do you find the people to book you jobs?
What's nice about Nashville is they do writers rounds every single night, basically. And so, you know, going to all of those, meeting people, doing that. Nashville also has events, like they have like CMA events, they have a TJ Martell event. There's this new thing I haven't tried yet, but there's this like coffee break thing that happens on Thursday where people in the industry come and meet each other because of COVID, everything kind of got shut down. But just getting out there, and I guess even like research places that are playing music, that do music things, and see like what kind of events. Like there's a Key West event that's really big for songwriters. There's Tin Pan South, that's a big event for songwriters. Just go out and figure out where you can go to
network.
Yeah, networking, you know?
That's everything. Also, so you are not just a singer, you're also a songwriter. So what is your process like for writing your music?
It's kind of different every time. It just depends on how, like, my mood, I guess. Sometimes a little tidbit of a song will come to me in my head and I'll just like sing and record it. It's always awkward when you sing and record at like 4 a.m. and you listen to the next day and you're like, what was I thinking? But even if I don't have an idea, I can just sit down and play piano or play guitar and see what falls out of me naturally. I love also if I'm writing something on guitar and I get stuck and I switch to piano, sometimes the song will fall out of me through a different instrument.
That's really
cool. Which I think is kind of fun and a little something to, if anyone else wants to take that and try it too, you know. Yeah, but it's just kind of all over the place. Sometimes I've songwritten to tracks before as well. That's really fun. So
that's cool. And do you only write songs for yourself, or do you write songs for other artists as well?
So far I've written songs just for myself. Yes. I know I have some friends that we'll songwrite together and they'll pitch the music and everything, but so far I mainly just write for myself.
Awesome. And you also recently released your new single, Click.
Yes.
Doing really well. So what was your inspiration behind the song?
The song, oddly, so it's about my boyfriend, which is like so weird to say and admit. My best friend here, she's also a songwriter, and she came up to me and she was like, I have this song title. It's called Click, and it's about you and your boyfriend and how you met, and it was like an instant connection. It was great. And so it was just cute that she was so passionate about it. And so we ended up taking it to another songwriter that we had a write coming up with, and his name was Clayton Shea. He's so talented. And we just presented the idea. We didn't like do anything like crazy and like say it was specifically about my boyfriend, but we kind of just wrote it, kind of had the concept for it, and the song just fell out of us. So yeah, it's just about that instant spark that you have between someone, that mad chemistry, and you just know that it was something that was meant to be.
That's so cool. I feel like with country music, it's so much more about like people's real lives, which is so much more relatable, and I think people feel so much more from that. So that's really cool.
Yeah, I love that country music, you can be so real like that. It's not always just like party, bump it, drink alcohol. And I love those songs too.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I love that these have so much story into it, and there's so much feeling put into these songs too.
All right, so now that we've heard the inspiration behind the song, would you be able to play a little bit of it for us?
Yeah, sure, would love to.
Perfect. All right, whenever you're ready.
Started off just another weekend. Now I found I'm diving in the deep end. From the moment that I caught your eye, got me thinking, oh my. Here we are, corner booth drinking. Feel the spark, and then it starts to sink in. We just met, but ever since, I've never felt a feeling like this. Cause we just click. Something about the chemistry, we're such a mystery to me. It happens so quick. We can take it slow now, I'm not gonna let this slip. I can already see our history going me down the road, making memories. We got that it. It's something I can't resist. We just click. We just click.
fashion. I love that.
Got a little bit of like that kind of like fun. Let's just like dance and sing along.
Yeah. I love that it has meaning to it, but it also like makes you want to dance. It's a happy medium. I love it.
I like that my monster matches my lips. I did try for that. You know?
Amazing. Seriously, amazing coordination. And so where can we hear this song? Where can we purchase it? Where can we listen?
This song is on all streaming platforms, even some worldwide ones, mainly on Spotify, Apple Music. You can even get it on Amazon Music, but you know, basically anywhere. Yes.
Amazing. Yay. I love it. Great.
Thank you.
And so I know COVID is happening, so it's kind of hard to book projects right now, but do you have any upcoming projects in the near future?
I mean, right now we're working on pushing this single. I know, of course, there's going to be more music in the future, but right now the main focus is this single.
Oh, amazing. Okay, great. Yes. And what artists inspire your sound, if there are any?
My gosh. So I grew up on a lot of the 80s, like rock and roll hair bands, and that's something that definitely inspires my music. I never think for it. Like, I never think, like, let's do an 80s song. But apparently everyone always says they can hear the hint of that in my music, which I think is kind of cool. Like, I grew up loving Taylor Swift, Paramore, you know, Katy Perry. That was my love as well. And even Hilary Duff. She was my first I ever saw. And I mean, now I love Maren Morris. I love Lennon Stella. Also, like Selena Gomez, Ariana Grande, you know.
Very cool. Yeah.
It's interesting because people always think you're like so basic and uncool if you like Taylor Swift, but it's also, she's one of the biggest pop stars.
100%. Absolutely.
Shouldn't we look up to that? I don't know. I always wonder about things.
I feel like she really paved the way for pop country artists too. I feel like kind of before her, there wasn't a very big distinct, like it was pop or it was country.
Yeah.
And so that's really cool. No, absolutely. I don't think that's basic at all. I mean, she's making that money, honey, and doing what she loves. So, you can't bash her for that. So to end the interview, I always do like a quick random round of questions.
Ooh, let's do it.
All right. So what is your favorite midnight snack?
Oh, probably, okay, this is weird, but I'll get like queso and I'll just have chips. Like, that's what I do. Or I'll get chips. If I have no queso, I'll put chips on a plate and like sprinkled cheese on top and just pop it in the microwave.
I totally do. So good.
That is definitely my midnight snack.
That's a huge midnight snack. That is, yeah. It's easy, it's good. Yeah, it's a little carby, you know, because you only eat at midnight if you're really feeling some carbs. Like,
yeah, exactly.
You're not like, oh, I want some blueberries right now.
You definitely are not wanting blueberries. You want something, you know, not great for you, but it's okay.
Exactly. That's okay. You can cheat a little sometimes. And you have an unusual spelling of your name. So do you know the origin behind that or why you have an A instead of an I?
Yeah, so my mom wanted to name me Jenna. And my dad did not think that was a full enough name. He wanted the full Jennafer. But my mom didn't want me to be called Jenny as a nickname. So she did Jennafer. They kind of put their, you know, words together, their names together. And made it.
That's actually really cool. That's fun.
Thank you.
Because I was actually wondering if you were using it as like a stage name because, you know, to be different. But that's interesting. It actually is like your birth name.
Yes, my parents are just weird, you know?
That's great. That's fun.
Thank you.
And who was your childhood celebrity crush?
Oh, gosh. Probably like Aaron Carter. When I was really young, it was Aaron Carter.
That's amazing.
Then probably like Joe Jonas or something, you know?
Did you do something with Aaron Carter?
Yeah, oddly, I mean, I of course never told him this, but that I had a crush on him. But yeah, I ended up opening for him a few years ago, which was really cool.
Very cool. You're like, oh my God, I loved you as a thespian. No big deal.
I know. I was like, act cool. Like, don't act weird. You know, be normal.
That was like me with Jesse McCartney. I was like, I felt so hard over him.
Oh yeah, he was lovely. I loved him.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for doing this with us.
Thank you for having me.
No, we loved having you. We love interviewing up and coming artists too, because it's really cool to see the journey and where you are now to where you will be in 5 years from now.
Yeah.
So awesome job. We love your new song. You can get it on all platforms.
Yeah, thank you for chit-chatting. I loved it.
Of course, girlie. Well, have a good rest of your day.
You too.
Alrighty, bye.
Bye.